pages of questions that I always bring to the thing. But one of the things that first of all, I love Manasquan. I've been to the school. Okay, so you've had wonderful teams here before, so I know from watching you the effort that and I want to thank you so much for bringing that to the competition. And I love that you covered a lot of the bases that need to be, including competition. So here's my first question. How feasible do you think it's going to be to implement this to me is a product. This product, how feasible do you think it's going to be to implement this in the current market?
I do think it's pretty feasible. I mean, so the chain covers already exist and it's really simple to make. Ours is just an aftermarket part that replaces like we said, like that chain cover is just there for looks. So you just need thin metal, you just need a shop that can cut the metal out. You need a derailleur. Actually, can you give me we have a physical derailleur I want to show you. Oh. So this is a regular derailleur. It's very bulky. All you need really is this part, this arm that comes down and the chain spins on this. And you put that on the back of the cover. If you can combine those two things, that's what you get with like chain Bodyguard. So that's why we think it's actually very feasible, because just getting a shop who can do this and put it together is really all it would take to have a physical, not prototype, just actual product.
Have you looked into a patent?
I talked to my father about maybe getting an NDA, and then he owns a business, pillow business, but he knows people who could maybe help me if I wanted to move forward with this.
I know people here. You're going to talk to Jen Seal, because the program has attracted attorneys to come and would work with teams to help you get that, to move to that stage. So I'm recommending that you do that. Always remember to protect your intellectual property.
Okay.
And don't leave it out there. And the other thing is, while you're doing the patent search, also think about the market. How will you not only get this manufactured, but also the invasion plan that you're gonna need to go. You've got the bike shops, you've got Walmart. Hey, if Walmart takes it, we're okay. But you know, but you gotta get there. So I just want you to start thinking about implementing this idea, protecting it legally, okay? And then the next thing, your marketing plan, your strategy in terms of production, build it, and then market it. So, I mean, it's not gonna be a hand job, is it? That's done by hand. So have you looked into any of these things? Or this is your next step. I just want to do this. Are you taking this with you to college?
We're all going to different schools, but
You thought about it?
we're the two seniors. He's our roadie.
All right. I want to leave you with one thought. AYH, American Youth Hostel. You can't tell by looking at me now, but I used to be a bike rider across New Jersey. But however, AYH has a global network in biking, and it's a student organization, so that whatever college you go to, you need to think about AYH, because there will be other designers who would be interested in maybe helping you to facilitate the sale of this product. And I'll shut up now, because I'm excited about the product.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dr. Cosciola? Fantastic job, gentlemen. You really hit every mark of telling us, going through the prototype of like where you started and where you've ended up, which I think is really appreciative to better understand what you created. I kind of have a similar question as Dr. Jackson as well about, have you guys thought about the cost of it? Like how much it will cost to make, and then how much you want to like sell it for?
Yeah, we definitely want to make it affordable. A big thing for us is that by using all these recycled materials and such, it's a lot cheaper to produce in general. And with that, we can also just sell it for a cheaper price. We want it to be something that can be like accessible and like widespread, and we don't want to like gatekeep it by making it like a higher end like add-on. So we want to make it an affordable market part, and we think by using all this like sustainable material, we can really like reach that goal. Probably something like affordable, like I want to say like almost like $50, like around there. So that's like not too much.
With an ad, no, and that's definitely your next step for sure of looking at like this patent, the NDA, all of that is what would it cost to build it, both like you said, the materials and then the labor in it, and then figuring out what can we sell it for to still make a profit for it as well would definitely be, and the fact that you guys have made such a good connection with the local bike shop even talking to him about like how much does the other products that you saw sell for, thinking about them being like your competitors too, and how yours is working better. And have people ridden it around town or anything to see like how it works yet with the attachment? Which I want to stand up and see it too. I know you showed photos of it, but I also, since it's here, I think it's cool to see. But have you guys like gotten to ride the bikes around and tried it out or anything on it yet?
So this is like a visual prototype to see what this would look like on the bike.
Okay.
Our like mechanical prototype of the derailleur itself was that metal one we had the video of.
Which is
It's also down there. So when we would put that stuff together, we would definitely have to do testing. We could do it ourselves. I might not be the one to do it. I'm pretty heavy. So I think I'd have someone more average because like the market is for kids.
Yeah.
So obviously the wear of someone who's 120 pounds is going to be different from somebody who's like 280 pounds.
Well, and so you bring up a great point too. I know we could go next steps like with, and I know some of you are graduating, but like that's definitely testing it out on who rides your product. You're right. Most of my middle schoolers always had those bikes, and then as you get older, you get a car and stuff, so it changes. But thinking about that too. But you guys did a fantastic job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I add one thing to what colleges are you going to? What,
I'm going to Masai University near Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
okay,
I'm headed to Colorado School of Mines.
and this gentleman?
I'm a junior, so
Okay.
Yeah.
Each of your colleges have American Marketing Student Associations. They have national competitions. They will help you in design pricing, the cost benefit analysis to your product, so that I want you to continue this, you know, as you go to school, your other partners may not be in engineering or, you know, whatever field you're in. But if you start building partnerships with students who are interested in marketing products, development, pricing is very important, you know, for you to look at. But to put you into a process stage so that you understand the whole process, ability, what it costs, and how to compete for it. So I would recommend that you look at the American Marketing Student Association in both schools. And if you're not sure of some contacts, let me know, and I'll try to get some contacts for you that will help you move the product forward with people your own age and who are looking to develop. There are competitions. New Jersey has a major one, and all the universities here in this state have it. So I'm sure whatever college you're in has a similar, you know, competitions where you may want to go in and take the product further. You've done a wonderful job, and I'll shut up.
Thank you.
Mr. Rabovich?
So good job, guys. I think you did some significant research on the beach cruiser market and the competition. I'm gonna ask you some questions, and not that I'm looking for an answer, I just want you to critically think of this as you move forward. So the first is, do you need different sizes for different types of bikes out there? I know people are different heights, different sizes, right? Are there different types of bikes? What are the actual odds of a chain falling off the bike? I think having statistical research like that in your marketing, let's say, will help sell it. It's almost like selling your car warranty, right? You know, people always say, oh, I don't need the car warranty, but statistics will help you sell this product in the future and support it. On average, how long is the life of a chain extended by using your product? Again, that will help sell this. And are you gonna offer a warranty to anyone who buys this? So that's just some critical things to think about as you move forward. But like my colleagues have said here, I think it's promising, and you should move forward with it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
the one and only time I was in a triathlon, my bike chain fell off. And although I finished it, I had to like find a person home in their house to run out of their house and help me. I was just hysterical and totally unprepared. This to me seems like a great security system that I would love to have on my children's bikes, my own bike, just to, you know, have one less thing to worry about. You did mention as you're riding your bike, the chain gets longer. So does this thing increase tension over time? So how does that work?
So how it works is we are going to have like almost like a little pin or like something you can turn, and as you turn that, because the derailleur, as you can see, and then so say it would be here, as you would turn the pin, it would slowly push out longer, pushing more tension, because if you, as it gets looser, it then keeps pushing and keeping it in tension.
So you need to make that adjustment manually. The human needs to adjust it, or it adjusts by itself.
Yeah, ideally, we could just have it, like, literally, you don't need a screwdriver or a tool. If we could just have, like, a pin that you could turn with your fingers, we actually think that would be the best, because you have to feel the tension yourself. Like, you can touch the chain and you'll know, okay, that's pretty loose. So then you're gonna pull it down a little bit and you're gonna say, all right, that's better.
So maybe like every time you fill your tires with air, you would check that.
Yeah.
And so what's currently happening with people who don't have this? It just keeps getting longer and longer and longer and falls off, and then you have to buy a new chain?
Yeah, that's exactly what Tyler said. He'll have them bring it into the shop. He addresses the problem. He says, look, the chain's loose, it's stretching. Puts it back on, he tightens it a little bit. What he ends up doing, he actually said is, I believe, this is a little bit ago, but I think he said he turns this out a little bit, this sprocket out a little bit to add tension instead of just like having a part there. That's why our idea would be so nice, because then you don't have to take it to the shop to get such a simple thing fixed.
Okay. So then my only other comment, because it seems brilliant and you already have a lot of great questions, is I know that the beach cruiser market is a lot about the Instagrammable beach cruiser, and I don't know that everybody wants a big black thing on the side of their bike. Where I go to the beach, people have custom painted crates attached to the back of their bike that match the bike and the basket and the flowers and the whole thing. So I think you also need to be thinking about how can this be customizable for different bike designs and bike colors and things like that. And I think people would choose it without even thinking of, if it was just an accessory to make their bike more interesting or pretty or cool or whatever, that would be another attraction to purchase this. So something else to think about that didn't come up in the conversation today, but I think would be something to consider for your market. Okay, so we're out of time for our Q&A. It is time for our photo